And so I bought sheets recently, new sheets, one with a different color. I'm usually like a
What color?
sort of like a dark blue, like a navy-ish blue.
Sure,
kind
sure.
of.
Gonna show stains.
Superior sheet.
White stains are gonna show up on that. Could be drool. Could be whatever.
I'm usually really safe
Okay.
with where things are shooting.
The liquids.
But I'm usually more of a gray type of person, so I got new sheets and
Cotton. Terry cloth?
you know, I think linen. I think they're linen.
Okay.
And it was one of these sort of packs that comes with a lot of accessories and one of these things, and it came with a duvet cover, and I was like, I need one of those. And then when it came in, I realized I'm not sure what a duvet cover is.
Oh.
I don't think I know what it
is what it is.
Let me tell you, duvet covers are one of God's greatest sins he cast upon man.
Tell me
when
all
I grew
about
up, you had a comforter. My parents had a comforter. It was this tan brown thing. I loved it. Eventually, it got demoted from their room to the RV. I'd curl up in the sun on the drives home. It'd be amazing, right? I had comforters. Everything was amazing. Everybody had comforters. I had a Superman comforter in college. Surprising, I didn't get laid more. But at some point, they decided that if you want to be an adult, you need a comforter that then goes inside a duvet cover. And you have to have these little fucking strings at the end to tie them. You get hot, you get sweaty, you get gross, you get lost in it trying to put it together. When you wash it, it sucks all the other clothes in, spins into a ball at the end, so that shit's still wet and horrible.
God awful, and
Fucking
So
terrible.
it's just like it's
It's
like
a condom for your comforter.
yeah. So your
it's like a
fancy
sleeping bag.
comforter isn't getting dirty, as dirty.
Okay, but why does it look the way? Like, is this kind of a solution to where old grandparents would put plastic all over the place?
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah.
But for bougie bitches, I hate it. I hate it so much. And I've won the war with G. Like, she for a long time was fighting it. It was just like, no, like, we have to do this. And we've been doing it. We still are, to be clear. But it's on me to just find an alternative, and she's down. Because what Greg's saying is, like, on the inside, there's, like, little strings that you, like, wrap the corners in, and you need to do this whole, like, ridiculous inverse pull. You could do it with a single person, but you really need two people. And no job should require two people involving the bed.
It's always that thing, you're ready to go to bed, you walk and you go, fuck. We
The
dumped this
process
shit on
seems-
the fucking thing.
The process seems way too insane.
It is.
Because I get this thing, and I just thought a duvet cover was a comforter. Like, if I'm
you
being
wish,
real with
brother.
you, I thought this was going to replace my current comforter. And I get this thing, and I'm seeing, I was like, oh, it's really long, but no, it's not long. It's just, it has a flap that opens. I was like, am I supposed to, like, a pillow going into a pillowcase is one thing. This is a sheet going into a sheet case?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, you're supposed to get a thicker duvet. You're supposed to get like a
Normally it's like a down
comforter
like,
that's really, really fluffy, that looks like the inside of like a down pillow, and you shove it in and then go. Yeah, they're supposed to be big like that. That's
No,
exactly.
mine's
what
not-
they're supposed
mine
to
doesn't
look
and then the
Just
bottom,
fucking
in addition to the strings on the inside,
There's
you
some
have to tie
buttons.
the corners. There's always the buttons, way too many buttons.
Yep.
You always, without fail,
Pop
start
those
with the
suckers
wrong
on.
one,
Yep,
and then you
yep,
get all the way
yep,
through, and
yep.
you're like, God damn, you have to do it all. But then it doesn't matter, because a couple years in, you realize, oh, Pomeranians love eating the plastic buttons. So then we're missing a bunch of random ones. And I'm like, this is even.
and Moose is over there vomiting.
Just, oh, God, it was Toretto.
I
call
keep,
him
I
Benjamin
keep,
Button.
I keep thinking that I'm gonna have it down to know what side is the long side of the fitted sheets. I always
Do they
think like
say
I
it?
have
Do they
it
say
this
it?
time.
Mine say it.
Mine don't. I always think I've got it down though.
Brooklyn.
Every time I'm like, here we go.
Brooklyn.
Never.
Brooklyn.
Oh, Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
I have
Former
Brooklinen.
sponsor.
They have
Mine
labels.
say long. Mine say short.
Yeah, this is, you guys are blowing my mind with this whole tying the duvet cover in.
Otherwise, and then it drops.
Well, I don't.
You
have,
got this
like,
weird.
My down comforter doesn't have ties on it.
Oh, so it's just loose in there.
So yeah, you just
You
kind of
get
fold
the
it up,
corners
shove it in,
sometimes that
and
don't. Yeah.
and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's so girthy
You can't have a
and
separation.
so voluminous that it just takes up the entire thing
Voluminous.
anyway.
Sure.
The only literally my cover is so dense that when you button it, if you like flap it a couple times, it'll pop out of the buttons. So you got to push them out.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Can we just all say? Can we right now, with the massive audience watching right now,
Yeah,
at
of
least
course.
700,000 people
You
watching?
got a tie right there.
Can we all sort of start to say no to
Yes.
the duvet?
I'm so with you. Let's fight the fight.
Here's
You could, but it's the problem of, and I'm not trying to be gender specific, but I just feel every woman I've ever had the benefit
the
of,
duvets.
the good luck
love
of
'em.
sharing a bedroom with,
Yeah.
has the most insane bullshit. But even Joey Noel, who I haven't shared a bedroom with, says absolutely not in the chat. Everyone, they all have an obsession with worthless fucking trash on the bed. Throw pillows. Why the fuck are we doing this? Why the fuck? Jen has these 2 long gray little throw pillows.
Yep.
That every night I get into bed, I have to throw these fuckers on the ground. Then she puts them back on the bed in the morning. Cole just goes in there, stinks them up with his asshole. And then they're just laying there. And then they're also rolling around on the ground. We're putting them up by the pillows. I also have an obscene
hate it.
number of pillows. An obscene
fucking hate
number of. We need 2 pillows, maybe 3, since Ben's in there every other night. We don't need the 7 pillows.
I have
And
4.
It's
I
just,
have
what are we
4.
doing?
Every morning, every single morning, I use one pillow. I forget, it's purple pillow. My favorite, one of the best investments I've ever made in my life. Love it.
That's the one I gave you.
No.
You gave the second one that
Oh,
Gia uses.
that's right.
I love this thing. It never gets hot, keeps you cool. I need to be cool. I run hot. And so I got my one pillow. G has hers. She also needs these extra pillows all over the goddamn place. She throws them on the floor. I hate that they're on the floor.
Yep.
Because then I'm like, great, then we're just
Disgusting.
going to put them back every single morning. Because without fail, she wakes up before me. She does her own thing. And she'll just throw the pillows onto her side of the bed, which is fine.
Now you've lost
Dust
chunk
and
of shit.
wind just smashing me in the face. And I hate it. I'm like, this is disgusting. And even if it's just in my mind and I feel the wind, I'm like, can we just stop doing
Yeah.
this?
I'm a basic person, as you all know.
Yeah.
I'm a basic bitch.
You're the
You can
simplest
say it.
person I've ever met in my
Like
life.
I blew
We call you
Jen's
a
mind
simpleton sometimes.
when
Right.
one of those conversations about what would happen if I died or whatever, blah blah blah. And I would just be like, well, the bed would be the fitted sheet and a comforter. And pillow, obviously. Like I don't even need a top sheet. The top
Really?
sheet. I mean, I'm not against it. I've warmed up to it over the years, but I don't need it.
Oh, I love the top.
You know what I
sheet.
mean? I don't need it to be there.
I'll go a step further. I'd argue all I need, top sheet.
Interesting.
I know,
The
too hot.
comforter is filling the
You're so
place of the
different.
top
I'm too
sheet.
hot.
Yeah.
Even in
I
the
just need a
SF
layer.
winters.
Well, no, sometimes. Well, I mean, even then, I just want one blanket. Just give me one layer.
Without
The layer
the
throughout the year might change, but just
It's
one layer.
it's the cowboy in us because we're used to our ancestors slept under the stars. You know what I mean?
that is true.
They just needed their little
That is true.
thing on the
Stars.
back of the horse's ass. They'd pull off and put it down. You'll,
Without the top
Horse is
sheet,
cold, who
though,
cares?
Greg, you wouldn't have the feeling that your legs get whenever you freshly wash your sheets and dry them, and you
That is a nice
slip
feeling.
in one
That
time.
is
And it's
nice.
like, oh,
But even then I get it at the hotel, and that's an amazing feeling. You know
No,
what
I
I
hate
mean?
it though. No, here's the thing. I will always be team duvet because when Dee and I moved in together, I was like, I will support this duvet madness, which is madness. It's chaos. As long as we can get rid of the top sheet forever, forever. And I'll
crazy.
tell you why. Because I slept in hotels for the last weekend. I went to Orange County to see my folks. We slept in a hotel, and every single fucking time, you turn over one time, and somehow your legs are wrapped in this sheet to the point where you have to call an emergency person to come and get you
trying
out
to
of this
kick-
fucking sheet.
trying to kick your
because
way
there's a
out.
sheet, and then they put a thing on the top of the sheet that's a little tiny thing that doesn't provide any warmth, but it still wraps up your legs real tight like this, and you go to get up and you fall. Very
I don't.
confusing.
I
And the-
disagree. How do your parents feel about you staying in a hotel?
Oh, they don't like that.
They passive aggressively support it. My dad was like, you guys can always stay here, and I'm like, yeah, but we're gonna stay in a hotel because we have a
we
little
could.
space.
We like a hotel.
And honestly, we'll stay at a hotel like near a mall or something like that, so we can just walk and have something to do in the evening or whatever, and that way we don't feel the need to always be around each other.
And let's talk about the throw pillows at a hotel. What the fuck are we doing? I already know this room's disgusting as shit. Why am I sharing? I don't know who's. Well, you're not washing these throw pillows.
Definitely not.
I need less things to make contact with.
Yeah.
Exactly. And this brings us to an interesting place that I'd like to bring up. Right?
Great point.
Sandwiches. You're gonna think there's no connection here. You're gonna think there's no connection
right.
here. This is a bone I've wanted to pick with my wife for quite some time.
Sure.
I'll
Okay.
do it live on these show.
air some grievances
Tim, if
right
I
now.
said, you're gonna go home tonight, you're gonna make yourself a sandwich. What would you picture you're making? Lunch.
Just a
A
sandwich.
lunch sandwich. So not home tonight.
Yeah, just a basic
Saturday.
like
Man,
a
here's
lettuce,
hold on. Here's the
tomato, and
crazy
meat.
thing. Okay, because I wanted to answer
Well-
before you as somebody who doesn't make sandwiches. I have no idea what's normal as a sandwich.
Yeah, Jen making a sandwich. Normal for Jen is that is a different question.
There's some sort of brie cheese on
What do
that
you
thing.
want?
Yeah.
What are you putting on a
You,
sandwich?
if you asked me for a homemade sandwich,
yeah.
like straight up homemade, not I'm going to order something fun.
Yes,
that I
I'm
really
just
want.
saying you go to you have a
Homemade
stocked
sandwich.
kitchen.
Is going to be Earl wheat bread.
Oh, nice. Get specific.
We're going to do turkey.
Yeah.
We're going to do mustard mayo smashed together on the bread before
Oh,
anything
nice.
goes on it.
I like that.
smashed together.
Yeah.
Maybe a slice of provolone, and maybe if we get a little bougie, a couple slices of tomatoes.
I
That's it.
appreciate that. Andy, what would you put on the sandwich?
Man, I don't.
Do you
know.
not eat sandwiches at all?
No.
Okay.
I would guess.
Remember when we asked Mike
ham
what he was
and
having for dinner?
mustard.
Yeah.
Is that something?
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Nice.
Remember when we asked Mike what he was having for dinner the other night? He goes, "Slappy. I took a couple pieces of it's turkey, some bread. I put them together with a little bit of mayonnaise. I put those in my mouth." And Eddie was like, "You just make a sandwich?"
Lost me, man. I forget who it was.
No, yeah, you bring up
That's a
my
sandwich,
wife's
Mike.
crazy, and like, you know what I mean? But it's that we once, I know how my wife makes sandwiches, right? I've shown it's on my Instagram when she made the sandwich that looked like Mr. S from the children's book. But I mean, it's like really nice bread, really nice condiments, lettuce, tomato, pickle, pepperoncinis, lettuce. I already say tomato, the meat, all, you know what I mean? And then like double it up, blah, blah. It's whatever. So one time, like this is years ago now, not like Ben is alive, so that many years. But so maybe we were
That's
already
good
worn
news.
out from being parents. Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And she was getting ready to get in the shower, and she's like, "Can you make me a sandwich?" I'm like, "Of course." I'm like, "You want mustard on it?" She's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "You want mayo on it?" She's like, "Yes." I'm like, "Do you want lettuce on it?" She's like, "Have you never made a sandwich before?" And if I was gonna go make myself a sandwich, bread, ham, cheese, bread, and I'm out the door, what are we talking about?
Yeah, but sandwiches might be the most personal food possible because it's so customizable.
It really
Like
is.
it goes probably pizza, and then
That's a good point.
the sandwich is like it's like. I mean, it's so custom, right? Think about when you go to order anything like a Jersey Mike's or a Subway, they give you 400 options. It's amazing.
Yeah, but that's when they have the sandwich artist there, and they have all this. You know what I mean? You're a human being. You want me to wash lettuce right now, dry lettuce, because I don't want the bread getting soggy. I don't want the meat getting.
Ah,
You know what I mean?
I hate a soggy bread.
That's what you want to do right now
I'm
with
one
our
of-
limited free time. Wrap the fucking meat up in bread and eat it. You know what I mean?
I'm
Sandwiches are utilitarian meals. Me and Tim's ancestors out there underneath the stars,
Underneath the
a little
stars.
tumbleweed
Cowboys.
blowing by. You know what I mean? The horse over here drinking out of the trough. They were just eating to survive.
But they're also the most personal meals, like Nick said.
They're most
earlier.
I'm gonna say this, and this is gonna sound crazy, and this might be the end of me right now. If you're putting some sort of vegetable on your sandwich,
Oh wow! Even a pickle?
He's making
Wow.
a face for the
Wow.
audio listeners.
I'm just saying, like, who you
you're saying-
show-
when you're putting it like or like if
when
you order
when a
it,
person goes out of their way to put a lettuce or a kale
Damn,
or
I don't
something
even feel like
on their
lettuce is that
sandwich,
crazy, though.
Gotta
my
wash it.
question becomes, who are you showing off for? Because you know you got a sandwich so that you didn't have to have a salad.
yeah, but
What the
lettuce,
fuck are you trying to
lettuce in a
accomplish?
salad to me, it's a texture thing. You want that crunch.
crunch.
You
Yeah, but
want something to break
inevitably
it.
That's
you
why
go,
you got
I
a
like this, you
Clausen
take it out, you
pickle
throw it out.
sandwich slice. They're ready to go.
Greg,
There was a summer where I worked at DuPage County Animal Patrol
Underneath the
Control,
stars.
and I fucking had a sandwich with a Clausen pickle slice because they were brand new in it every time. Was the bread soggy? You bet it was, but I enjoyed it.
Alien 5000 in the live chat says a BLT is 2 parts veg. Yeah, but you know, bacon, lettuce, and tomato.
Yeah, of
right?
course.
But wouldn't it just be better if it was bread and bacon?
Nick's making a very solid point.
Right? Like
I
you
love
need the other
BLTs
two.
though, man.
Oh, I love a BLT
love
shit.
them.
And again, I did start this whole conversation off by saying that you should throw a tomato in it, but
Yeah.
spoilers, tomato, a fruit.
Stone one
That's
wall
true.
in the chat. The most personal of foods, quotation, proceeds to shit on what people like. LMAO.
Yeah, that's why. I can criticize everyone's sandwich right now. That's how personal.
Speaking
it
of
is.
what people like, Greg,
Yeah.
I need permission from you to put your wife on blast
Yes.
here with
Yes.
the information
That looks so
that she told
fucking
us.
good.
The life-changing thing about Genevieve Miller, the thing that she does not like now, that we learned at Tam's wedding.
Oh, sure, go for it.
Nicholas, Andres,
Sex with her husband.
come on. Y'all know Jen very well.
Yes.
Right? I know Jen very well.
Yeah.
If you were to describe Jen to someone,
No.
like what is one of the first things you would say about her?
Oysters.
Damn. We should do a kind of feud with my wife.
Oysters.
Yeah.
I don't know a person on the planet that loves oysters as much as
Oh, she
Jen.
does like oysters, yeah.
Guess who doesn't like oysters anymore?
What?
The pregnancy. The pregnancy is one of those things. She came out the other side. Yeah, she doesn't like oysters like she used
That's
to.
wild.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
wild
yeah.
that pregnancy can do that. It shouldn't be allowed.
Changes your DNA.
We
on a
were
molecular
sitting
level.
there at lunch for Tam's wedding. She just drops this bombshell as it was, oh yeah, I just don't like him anymore. And I was like, no.
You know, just
What?
to
This
say
is
that
like
and
a
walk away.
personality trait. This
Yeah.
is crazy.
That's
That's
like
wild.
when people go into a coma, they come back speaking Australian.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Frankly, I feel like I was sold a false bill of goods.
Wow. You
I
should
mean,
look at the
it was
contract.
pretty much in our vows that
Yeah.
we eat oysters forever.
You should
yeah.
really look at the
Wow.
contract on that one so we
Yeah.
can get you out of
Yeah.
that.
Wow.
It's rough. It's rough out there. She blames the pregnancy, but there was one time where we got him for, it might have been Christmas Eve dinner or just some
Yeah.
other fancy dinner we were doing at the house. So we got them delivered and we were shucking them there, and they all had these bugs in them
Yeah.
that you had to Google, and it was like, oh, they're okay. And some people consider them
These
a
bugs are
delicacy.
okay.
We're like,
That one's not.
we're not fucking with these translucent little bugs inside of these goddamn things. You know what I mean?
The spiders start.
That's
translucent.
crazy to me.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's
I
like
reacted
Andy,
like you reacted.
Andy doesn't like pizza anymore, sort of thing.
It
Whoa.
really is.
This is something. No, it's not.
No, no.
Greg, for reals.
It's well documented. My top 5 foods of all time. All right, around here. You know what I mean? But I do think it might be time to admit that pizza has usurped buffalo wings.
Whoa.
Okay, thank God. Thank fucking God.
Okay.
I
'Cause I
thought you
feel
were
like
about to
I'm
say you don't fuck
I'm-
with pizza anymore.
Oh
Yeah.
no, fuck me. Come on now. I eat way more pizza than I do wings anymore, and I don't find myself missing the wing. Like if when it's a lunch around, and maybe that's part of it too. When it's a lunch around here and we're gonna order something, I'm always down for pizza. Let's order pizza. Let's do
Yeah.
pizza. Maybe, and that's easier to eat while we're making shows.
It's easier, and we found places that are good that travel well here.
Also,
Yeah.
tomato sauce, good for colon cancer.
I didn't
Or
know
bad
that.
for it.
Oh shit! Wait.
Good for you.
We got to figure that out. We got to
Good for you.
Okay.
The more
Good
tomato-
for us, bad for cancer.
Yeah, the more tomato
Got it.
sauce you eat, the less chances of having colon cancer.
I just feel like the wings, stick with me, are more complicated than they need to be whenever we want to get them delivered.
Yeah.
You
It's
know,
always
and,
the
and I know
thing,
that's not really true, but it just feels like whenever someone says wings, I'm like, this has to be a conversation. Whereas pizza, we sort of standardized the pizza order. Thank God to the Pizza Diplomacy Act of 2022.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, we changed a lot of lives that day, and we're
really
still
did.
Thank
kind
you,
of-
Todos.
We're working really hard still with these policies. But yeah, Todos certainly. I mean, shout out to Kevin for suggesting Todos, because I like pizza. I'm not trying to blaspheme against Tim or San Francisco. I was just never the biggest fan of the other pizza
Señores.
joints here.
Yeah.
Like, I'll eat it, but I was like, I want something a little bit different. But Todos, I feel, has kind of really brought us all together.
It's really
pizza-wise.
scratching the edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just so consistently excellent.
And you know
Now-
what I like about it, though, is that remember back in the day when we had to order senores?
Yeah.
Senores. There was always that discussion. Like, Tim would always have to preface it. It's similar to when your friend wants you to watch a show.
He's already shaking.
Don't
his
put
head.
this shit on.
It's
Don't put
similar
this
to-
on.
it's similar to
I'm
when
the most
your friend-
easygoing guy with pizza
Tim,
in
this
the
is a
fucking world.
conversation between me and
Yeah,
Nick.
Yeah. Factual
conversation.
conversation based on facts.
It's similar to when your friend's like, hey, you should watch this show. But
Mm-hmm.
you have to start on episode 33, watch all of season 2, then go back and watch season 1. Tim would always be like, we're going to order senores, but we can't order it from this one.
location.
It's got to come from the one that the car drove through.
Never
and
rebuilt
then,
that one.
And then they never rebuilt that one. And so
Yeah.
senores is never a thing.
He does. say
Toto's just comes to us,
It's fantastic.
and it's fucking
so
fantastic.
expensive.
It's
it's
I mean, hey,
so
you're worth
expensive.
it.
But it's only expensive, Andy, because on top of the Toto's, you have to order a small Pizza Hut pizza as well. every
No,
single time,
when
every
I
fucking
brought-
time.
We got to get
When
these
I-
meatballs.
And then
Only
you have
one
to
meatball
slack.
ever gets eaten.
Can somebody pre-fire the pizza or the toaster oven in there so I can throw my pizza in there?
Well, that's because I was on the pizza got here and we were still in the middle of a podcast, and I was like, I
He's
want
prepping.
I want warm pizza by the time I get out there because we're still on this podcast.
I
but
tell you what, they should
when
actually sell the pizza option cold.
when I got
It gets delivered
Toto's,
cold.
when I got Toto's
Fucking
for
love that day old
me,
pizza.
Roger, and Mike
yeah, of course.
during the Death Stranding thing, I now maybe I fucked up because I said I would like a faster order, a priority order.
Mm.
But that really only added about $7 or maybe $5
Are you
or $6.
in the DoorDash, whatever club loyalty, whatever DoorDash or pass or whatever?
I was doing Uber Eats,
Oh,
and so I ordered Toto's, and the total for a large pepperoni,
yeah, here we go.
$64.21.
No, that's
Yeah,
not
but that's because
normal.
you're far out.
Oh
You're-
my
I think you're
Lord,
outside
no.
of like their normal delivery zone.
No, I
aren't you?
ordered here.
Oh, you ordered here?
Yes, I ordered here to the studio
Tough.
because the pizza for a large is with pepperoni is $38.
Pizza's expensive.
Only like that's not
It is expensive.
that's it's
I mean, he's not wrong.
It's $30 without any of
sucks.
the services. $38 just alone. And then
think
there was
about it.
like the delivery and then I forget what else they added.
Here's
but
what I always think of when I think of pizza, though, right? Is that you're ordering a large pizza, and that's supposed to feed like 5 people, 4 to 5 people. Now, me, I could eat a large pizza, just sit there over the
Obviously.
course of like 3 hours. I'm taking that whole fucking thing down. But if you think about it, 6 people, like 4 people for $60 is not that bad.
So you got fucked. Because right now my total is $34 for Toto through DoorDash for a large pepperoni pizza.
But do you have DoorDash Plus?
I do.
so
Am I a heathen?
so is
No,
it
you're a
like free
good person.
delivery and stuff?
Yeah, it knocks off the delivery fee. It knocks off the service fee. It knocks off some
know
other
about the Dash
$8
Pass?
discount because you are losing money by not being spending money on DoorDash Plus. or whatever
Well,
they call it.
I have like the Uber Eats priority shit, and that like obviously didn't help.
Well, that didn't help you at all. That was
Yeah.
stupid. You know what I mean? That was dumb. You're a moron. Put on the dunce
that's
cap.
insane.
Come on over here.
I think we ordered Domino's last month for something. It was either a stream or
Joey makes a
something.
good point. What if I just order this to make sure?
I was gonna ask Tim. I noticed your hair's getting long.
It's getting real long.
Are
I
you
didn't want to say
planning a
anything about it
haircut?
either. I didn't want
What's
to say anything
that?
about it either.
Sorry, what?
You're planning a haircut sometime.
Oh, I've needed a haircut for like 3 weeks.
Okay.
It's been a busy 3 weeks.
because I've just been wondering like.
My razor.
If you want to do something, you can do whatever you want.
No. It was just more of a curiosity of like,
No.
are you planning on doing something with it? Because I'm at a point where I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. The hair keeps growing. Part of me is like, it's because I want to cosplay as Verso Ben Starr for Halloween.
Oh.
He needs longer hair, but then I see what I've always said I don't trust the hair on my sides or the back. I just don't. It's unruly. I just don't know what it's doing back there.
I was gonna say I noticed the back of your hair today, and I like it. It has this like 3D thing going on. It's
Rotate.
it's
rotate.
very
rotate.
anime.
Show me your back.
Like it's very big. It's
Give me the
very
back shot.
right now. It's not looking like the way it did earlier. It still looks good, but
It's just
like
puffy.
it had a bit like right now it's like puffy, but it had
There it is.
you had more spike to it. You looked like
We can see your phone. Whatever you're doing.
Careful with the orders. Yeah, don't show the Uber Eats order. I just don't know what I'm doing anymore. I don't know. I don't trust the hair on the sides. I'm so close to every night going home and just doing the razor fade like I usually do.
yeah.
But it's also so nice to not have to worry about cutting my own hair. It's
Now-
nice to just kind of like, I'll figure it out. You know, it's about a 20, 30-minute process of
Mm-hmm.
shaving my head, and then the mess, the hair gets everywhere.
Now, we've talked about this a lot. Although we haven't. I've just said it a lot in my head every
Okay.
time I think about Tim's hair. And I've texted Gia a couple times about this.
He has.
Everybody agrees on the mullet.
Yeah.
I think Tim is in that transition phase, but this is kind of where
Nice.
he's at right now. And this is
Yeah.
Kurt Russell from Big Trouble in Little China, but when he was undercover.
Wait, that's really funny.
Yeah, and that's kind of what Tim's putting out that vibe right
Yeah.
now. But you got to push through it.
You're right. Like I'm getting the little. It's hard to see. It
You're
doesn't
getting
look
the
like on
flares.
camera, but yeah, it's starting to flare out. Guys, I know that this is a problem. Like it's real bad. I didn't.
No,
get my
I don't
life
think it's a
together.
problem. I'm just saying, like, I
Fair
was
enough.
wondering, are you in the process? Are you midway in that sort of like we're
Just busy
doing
and
something
lazy.
else? You're finally listening to Nick to
I
get the
don't-
mullet.
I don't know that I'm ever going to do anything else. I, in theory, would love to.
You
Yeah.
can though. Just let it grow.
I don't know, man.
There's
I
just a certain
don't
point.
know.
Like if I had your hairline, it would just be every single month a different fucking vibe.
Yeah.
Like a different. Like let it grow out. Let it get bushy.
Adventure.
Let it have fun.
Yeah.
Like when Cool G of all people does it, he'll let it grow out. Then he shaves. Then there's this.
Yeah,
then
he
there's
is
that.
all over the place. Yeah,
He's got a lot. He's got a lot going
But
on.
my thing is, I look back at prior videos of me, and anytime I have long hair, I'm like, why did I ever do that?
Yeah.
And anytime when I get my fresh
But
cut,
you've
I'm
never
like,
had
I
long
fucking
hair.
love how I look. You
I
know?
never had like long hair.
Yeah, I
long.
don't know if you ever had long hair.
I
This
did.
is like the longest I've seen in a long
since like
time.
7th grade.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is longest since pandemic for sure.
Yeah.
He's got the wings over his ears.
Where- on the
yeah,
right
where
side.
you
Curly
can-
sideburns.
Or you can comb it back.
Hideous.
That's like definitely the longest
Yeah.
I've ever seen your hair.
Yeah.
But like Tim's hair is so thick, Andy, that I'm looking at it right now. But like if you look at it from that side, it looks like feathers on a wing.
Yep.
It's
yep.
layered.
It's
like,
very true.
They
If
need,
you look
they
at
need
my
to
hair-
texture it. They need to go in with the scissors that
no,
like
just let it grow out.
There
let
would be a
all the
lot
shit
of
out.
dumb commenters back in the day who like, obviously a lot of people attacked Tim for many different things.
As they should.
But the most egregious one was like, Tim's losing his hair. And I was like, you're insane. There is
Like-
zero give.
It's to the place where I want to have Tim's blood tested to see if it's the same as my blood type, so he can donate hair to me later in life.
Oh,
I want him
okay.
to be my hair boy.
Is that how it has to work?
No, I don't think so at all.
Oh,
That's
okay.
how it works now. But in my brain, I want it to be. In my brain, I'm like, Tim, let me
We found a match.
let me hook you up with a little cash, and you give me
Okay.
some. Give me like 2,000 grafts right now.
2,000 grabs.
That's not that many.
Isn't it? I don't know.
I think the max you could do in one sitting is 4,000 before you die, before you pass out and die.
You ever stop there and look at your dog and just be like, there's so many hairs?
Oh my god, yeah.
When I'm petting
They're
Cole
all
and I
hair.
push him back the other way, I'm like, it's so crazy. Because
Yeah.
he looks like a sea otter. It's like so tight on him. You know what
Yeah,
I
well,
mean?
they have like the layers of fur, right? The undercoat.
I don't
double
know
coat.
about dachshunds. I don't know about sea otters.
Fair enough.
He just looks like one.
Yeah.
If you didn't know, this is the Kind of Funny podcast each and every week. 4, sometimes 5 best friends gather on this table, each coming to talk about whatever it is they want to talk about. If you want to talk with us, you should be watching live as we record it on youtube.com/kindoffunnygames, twitch.tv/kindoffunnygames, and podcast services around the globe. If you want to go further because you love the show that much, pick up a Kind of Funny membership over on youtube.com/kindoffunnygames, and of course patreon.com/kindoffunny, and of course Apple, and of course Spotify. You can get each and every episode of this podcast and all 80 episodes of content we put out a month here at Kind of Funny ad free. Of course, you'd also get your daily dose of me, Greg Miller, in a series I call Greg Way. And of course, you'd get good karma for supporting an 11-person small business all about live talk shows. So far today, you've already gotten a Kind of Funny screencast where I talk to the folks behind Tiny Chef and make a plea to save it after Nickelodeon canceled it. This is a fun one for me. It's a passion project. Please go watch or listen wherever you get in review. Kind of Funny Games Daily was talking about reports of a Nintendo Direct in July, and of course that the Donkey Kong movie is happening. Gamescast was our fantasy critic check-in, and let me tell you, some bombshells were dropped about insider trading, about a Roger being an idiot, about Barrett having a tiny hat.
Mm-hmm.
We have a rocky foundation right now, Nick.
Civil War.
Oh, I know. I can feel it.
I'm glad. Today's Greg Way is going to be about my return to comics. Thank you to our Patreon producers, James Hastings, Carl Jacobs, and Omega Buster. Today we're brought to you by Shady Rays, and hey, let's tell you about them right now.
This episode's brought to you by Shady Rays. Get ready for the season ahead with quality shades built to last. Our friends at Shady Rays have you covered with premium polarized shades that won't break the bank. Shady Rays is an independent sunglasses company offering a world-class product rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people. They have hundreds of options to choose from, so you're bound to find the perfect pair to match your style. If you don't love your shades, exchange them for a new pair or simply return worry-free within 30 days. There's no risk when you shop. Their team are always there to have your back with personal and fast support. Y'all know I've been outside a lot playing Pokemon Go, and it's such a great experience wearing Shady Rays when I'm out and about looking dope. Exclusively for you, Shady Rays is giving out their best deal. Head to shadyrays.com and use code FUNNY for 35% off polarized sunglasses. Try for yourself the shades rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people. Again, go to shadyrays.com, use code FUNNY to get 35% off polarized sunglasses.
DJ Splitson asked me why Verso and not Gustav, because I just look for any excuse to dye my hair silver.
Cool.
You're going to
Great.
pull it off perfectly, dude. That's going to be...
No, they're coming in. The Grays are coming in
Have you talked to anybody else about like teaming up?
for another expedition.
Yeah.
Mike was gonna be. No, never mind. Spoilers.
Fair.
Spoilers.
Oh, everybody, I'm a
Love it.
Monster Jam fan now.
Yes.
No round of applause. Huh?
Yes, yes,
cool.
yes.
You know what I mean? Thank you. Is that so hard? To celebrate my new fandom of Monster Jam? I've been talking at length, I think, in the build up to becoming a dad and then Ben being something other than a spud, of how much, you know, like when he's just a potato. He's just sitting there. You can't do anything right.
Okay.
Of how
I
I
just think a
want.
spud is like I don't know. It sounded like a derogatory, like idiot term.
Do you ever,
What-
did I ever
what
tell-
Something else than an idiot.
did I ever tell you when he was a baby? One time he was, he had just started waking up from a nap. I think is what it was. Like he had just woken up in his crib. And Jen's like, "You want to go get him?" And I said, "Sure." And I walked in and I threw open the door and I just go, "What's up, Spud?" And the kid just burst into tears. I was like, "Damn! I thought I was going to introduce a fun nickname here."
Was Spud the like slur that they used in Dark
Okay.
Knight Returns? Where all the gangsters...
Oh,
what's up,
no, it was like
Spud?
Scud or something like that, wasn't it?
It's Spud.
Is it Spud?
Spud, yeah.
Dark Knight Returns.
The comic
The
book?
comic. All the thugs.
Oh, okay.
Since
I was
they
so hung up
talked
on the
weird.
movie. I was like, I don't remember that at all, and I also don't remember Dark Knight to that level of detail.
Good.
I was a kid in summer camp, in quotes. It was like day camp, after the summer. There was a cool kid there who called me Spud. I liked that. That's what I was trying to pass down. Spud McKenzie, of course. Spud
Yeah, the
McKenzie.
classic.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. Ben didn't like it apparently though.
Does he have? You have a nickname
3 months
for him?
old.
What do you call him?
Benny. Yeah, there are a lot of Benny. Yeah, you know what I mean?
So you were monster jamming.
Yeah, sorry. Anyways, yeah. What I've talked about from the jump is, I want to celebrate Ben's interests. And if Ben's going to be a fan of something, I'm going to be a fan of something, right? And so Ben has fallen in love with Monster Jam. I would say since the very beginning of just being around, one of his friends at the playground gave him a monster truck, and he's been all about it. So we have thousands of Monster Jam monster trucks.
Yeah.
All these different things.
Gotta have him.
Now,
You
quick
have to.
question.
Yeah.
What if he comes home from school one day and goes, Dad, little kid at school, little Johnny,
Yeah, little Johnny.
got me really into this thing called Lord of the Rings.
I'm in.
Can we watch it?
Let's go.
God,
I
I gotta get into this kid's brain.
The only thing he's banished for is if he comes home and says, Dad, I'm a big fan of Kansas. That's when I'm like, you gotta leave. It's over.
Gotta leave.
Because you're gonna. Here's what happens. You're gonna like.
No son of mine.
I'm gonna do a Billy Madison, like show up at this kid's school.
Clean shaven,
Full
fourth
hat with
grade,
the
you're there.
propeller.
You're like, hey, fellow kids, have you heard about this? Anyways, though, so yeah, like Ben's been into Monster Jam forever, and so last year, yeah,
I have questions about the him being into it for everything because kids love cars. Period. Disney's cars, just normal cars. But then Disney's cars had the master stroke thing of like, cool, they're already buying all the toys. How do we sell them more toys and make them even more playable? There's the whole series of monster truck cars, Disney cars.
Oh, yeah.
On Disney Plus and stuff.
Oh, I
and
didn't
it's
know
all
that.
these fucking kids watch because they're shorts. So they're just like endlessly repeatable, even more so than just like a movie. Was it Disney's Cars monster truck situation that got Ben over the line for monster trucks are my thing?
No, I think it was. I mean, cars were such a big part of his early fandom of things. Like he's always loved cars, but again, I think that first real car was this monster truck this kid gave him, right? The Joker monster truck from that line, which might even be Hot Wheels. I'm not sure. But no, like he appreciates cars on the road. The Monster Mayhem episode they have. But he's more drawn to trucks in general. The episode trucks, of course, trucks.
Of course.
Picture him looking out the window like, I appreciate that vehicle.
Yeah. We've heard that story too, right?
No.
You know how y'all chipped in on this white Jeep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He loves driving the white Jeep. It's his number one thing in the world that this kid loves to
Badass,
do.
of course.
Just about every weekend, can we drive the white Jeep, whatever. He, to this day, if you catch him in a moment of thought, doing that, looking out the window, having a little guy thought, not a little baby thought, a little guy thought, he's 3.5 now. You say, what are you thinking about, Ben? He'll say, my white Jeep.
Yeah.
My white Jeep. That's what he says. And
says
it's
it like
been
that.
years of that since, literally, it's always a whisper. My Jeep.
Awesome.
Like when this kid's mind wanders, it wanders to the white
Well,
Jeep you gave him on his second birthday.
I mean, think about his world.
Yeah.
And how like simple it is. And then you get to like this thing that he gets to interact with that is like as complex as like mom and dad's car.
Yeah, for sure.
And how much more fascinating that must be than anything else in his world. Of course he's thinking about that.
And it's working. It's paying off. Like he's an expert at it. He knows how to drive that, which means he knows how to drive our cars, of course. He hasn't tried, but he knows how to do it.
You take it, my grandma used to let me take it in and out of the parking lot, drive.
We're almost there. What I'll let him do right now is I'll let him, of course, sit in the when I'm packing in or out of the garage, right?
Yeah.
I'll let him sit shotgun or whatever for
Yeah.
that. But the other day, of course, we had a babysitter come over so we could go see Superman at the Alamo Draft House.
Mm-hmm.
That babysitter, of course, was Auntie Lucy James, Auntie Luce, as we call her, whatever. And so then we gave her a ride. We dropped Ben off at school, and I gave her a ride into the city so she could go to work or whatever. But Ben, upon finding out that, of course, Lucy couldn't drive, she doesn't know how to drive, Ben gave her this lesson.
When you go for this and then you need to turn this way.
That's a good lesson, Ben.
Yeah.
Thank
You
you.
know the rules of the road.
And as you've seen, Nick, he crawled into the front seat to give the lesson
Yeah.
and then crawled back when he was done. When he was done, he was like, I've imparted the information.
know the info
Well,
you
I
you
need
know
to
what you do, you turn here, you do
no
this.
disrespect to Lucy, but you do have to break it down for her like that. Like simple.
She is
instructions
from,
right off the rip.
I mean, she's a lot like Ben Starr, right? From England.
the Kansas.
A
of Europe.
simpleton, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
I
They
didn't want
don't
to say
drive
it. They're the serfs. You know what I mean? You got to be
Like
on
they
top of
couldn't
it.
figure out which fucking road to drive on.
It's
back then. They still
embarrassing.
figure
It's
it out.
embarrassing. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
Is it a queen? Is it a king? I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
Prime minister?
Winging
What?
out with
Can we make up? Can we just have one form of government?
God,
here?
how many parties?
I
you
want to
got
join them,
over
but I
there?
also don't.
So yeah, anyways, this monster truck business has been building a long, long time. And I would say cars, are such a big part of it. But I think a great example of where I'm going with this is last year when I went down to do the Blizzard preview for the Diablo expansion. Jen and Ben came at the end, and we went from I had been there for Blizzard in Irvine, and then we went to Disneyland for the first time with Ben, right? And did the thing of got him there in the parking lot, didn't tell him what we were doing.
Yeah.
You're going to Radiator Springs, you're going to do this thing. And he enjoyed it and he had that thing, but it wasn't like he understood exactly what was going on. Even when we were there, he didn't have it. So you come around to this year, and the way this story goes, there's going to be two people we shout out on this one for sure, all right? We're going to shout out Mike first. Mike, of course, is PR on Monster Jam Showdown. Monster Jam Showdown is the Monster Jam video game where you go and compete as your monster trucks and do the races and do the stunt competitions and do the whole thing.
What console?
Everything.
Oh.
PlayStation,
I played
Xbox.
it at Summer Game Fest last year. I was like, this is fun as hell.
Yeah, Switch and PC. It's available now. But this last year at PAX, it had just come out. I bumped into Mike. He mentioned he was working out. I didn't know he was doing it. I was like, oh my God, like my son loves Monster Jam. He's like, oh, I'll send you a code. And Mike, the homie, had a code in my inbox before we got back to the hotel. And that was when Ben was doing his first PAX. And then, of course, he proceeded to only play that in the hotel room forever. You flash forward since PAX, he plays that game all the time. That's a number. That was a big problem this weekend where Tim had to borrow my Switch, and there was all this like, "Where's Monster Jam?" I'm like, all right, well, Tim's got that one. So what if we start playing Minecraft? Story for a different time.
About 6 months from now, Ben is going to pitch you on like I'd like to do Monster Jam racing a year later. Podcast.
So, anyways, in the Mike the homie remembered this one interaction, how much Ben liked it, and so leading up maybe a month before this July 4th weekend, he hit me up and he's like, hey, this is a text, like, I bet you got better things to do, but if you want to, I have tickets to the Monster Jam World Finals in Salt Lake City. To which I immediately responded. It's like one of those where, it feels like the text isn't even all the way up yet, and I'm already responding. And I'm like, is this, I have tickets if you want to get yourself to Salt Lake City, or is this, hey, Monster Jam is doing an event there? And he's like, I'll be honest with you, it's not an event, but it kind of is. Like, the game's already out, but they would love to send someone there if they wanted to talk about Monster Jam Showdown. And I'm like, well, we're your family. Like, can the whole family come? And he's like, yes. And I was like, my July 4th is taken care of. So Jen and I hatched the plot to do the Disneyland traditional move of drive Ben to preschool, past preschool, and then to the airport and see how long it took to get a thing out of him. It went well. It could have gone better. And I'm going to blame, as I often do, my wife, all right? Mm-hmm. I had it in my head, we would drive by the preschool, and then he would say, oh, you missed preschool, and then we'd U-turn around or whatever. Jen shook it up and went a different way. So rather than turn on the street to go to preschool, like to go right, she went left. I don't think she gave him enough time. So that's my one criticism of my wife on this trip, all right?
It's it's the oysters kind of like,
it cooked her brain. You know what I mean? She's the lack of oysters. So then we finally got driving, and as we're driving and we got onto the highway, that's when he knew something was up. Kevin, can you play the Instagram reel that I gave you with the audio up? Because I put up my Instagram reel with the audio behind it. We wait for
What a cool thing, by the way. Because, man, my dad pulling me out of school to go to watch Phantom Menace is
this one?
Incredible memory.
Yes. That should be what I linked on the document as Greg's Instagram reel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So unmute that and play that.
Are you excited? You're going to see
Can you
Grave
refresh
Digger.
this page so we can hear it from the start? Thank you so much. And unmute it again.
World Championships. You're going to go see the big old monster trucks in person. For realsies.
Yay!
Are you excited? You're going to see Grave Digger. You're going to see Zombie.
And my girlfriend Toro Loco.
Oh, you know you're going to see El Toro Loco.
And the shark monster.
Yeah, Shark. Yeah, he's there. But you get to walk up, and I think you're going to get to touch him, buddy.
What?
And then you're going to see him jump over stuff. And you're going to have a fun weekend with me and Mommy in a hotel. How's that sound?
Oh, it sounds like cool.
It's not summer vacation yet. No, this is just a little mini vacation we're taking. Sorry?
It's just 1 week.
Just 1 weekend, yeah. You'll be back Sunday and you'll go to school on Monday. Okay? Sound like fun? Okay. You excited? Good.
Can you take pictures?
Yeah, we'll take some pictures.
I like that was
You're
it.
going.
Once he put it all together, that was his thing. Can we
like
take pictures?
I love
She
it.
wants to.
For realsies is my favorite thing.
It's like a thing where he doesn't, for realsies is not something he says often. So like that caught me so off guard that was, and this was so much more the reaction I was expecting last year with Cars Land, right? When we were in the parking lot of Disneyland, of like, you're going to Cars Land. It's like, okay. You know what I mean? Whereas this one was like the immediacy of like, first off, he doesn't know what the Monster Jam World Finals are. It turns out I didn't know what the Monster Jam World Finals are. Turns out most people don't. That was like the thing that was shocking for me. So again, Ben plays the video game. Awesome. Ben loves the toys. If I'm going to the ball store, aka Target, we're getting a monster truck store when we leave, or a toy when we leave, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't have known the monster. I didn't know it was a competition.
So many people, when I was like, oh, we're going to the Monster Jam World Finals, was like, oh, but isn't it fake? They all thought it was like professional wrestling
Yeah,
or
me
whatever,
too.
or like Harlem Globetrotters. And it turns out, no, like there's two distinct, or at least the day we were there, two distinct competitions where it is the racing, who can get through the track the fastest against another opponent, right? You go head to head. And then there was the stunt competition where judges score the
Oh, that's
stunts they
sick.
do or whatever. It's insane.
What
dude.
did they? How did he feel about Nick and the Donkey Kong monster truck?
You know, we've watched that one, I think, again, too young. We should come back to it now.
Introduce it. God, this is your
I mean,
in,
because
Nick.
that'll be like, hey, by the way, my friend that you met all the time, he used to hang out all
Well,
the
he
time
knows
with
Uncle
LeBron
Nick.
James or
He
something.
knows Uncle Nick. Yeah.
No, yeah, but like, you know.
Yeah.
By the way,
LeBron
that guy that
James.
you, I'd be like, wait, the guy that you know, like the guy that I see all the time, Uncle Nick.
Yep.
Like,
Well,
yeah.
again, so we gave our shout out to Mike here to make this happen. Of course, shout out to Mike, working PR for Monster Jam Showdown. Available now. Go get it. Not sponsored, just obviously sent me to Monster Jam, which is great. They then also Monster Jam and the licensor who has Monster Jam and all this jazz, right? They took tremendous care of us, right? So it was like, not only did we get passes and stuff to do everything there, and they have this whole thing, which is the pit party, which is where most of the photos are. You get to meet the monster trucks, touch the monster trucks, spend a lot of money on the different monster truck stuff. Ben was racing monster trucks on RCs. He was behind the wheel of the monster trucks in like the thing you guys got him, or the big wheel. Where in bounce houses, he saw every Gravedigger there was. He's touching all these different monster trucks. He sat in Gravedigger. Amazing stuff. They then, of course, were nice enough to put us in a suite. So we were up in a suite with all these different people or whatever. It was amazing. But he rode to your point where I'm driving at with this, of like, he got in the elevator, and when we were waiting in line for the elevator, everyone is flipping out because the guy who's going up in the suite with us is the original driver of Gravedigger.
Oh shit!
I forget his first name. His last name's Anderson. The Anderson family drives Gravedigger now. It's like he has 4 children, 3 boys and a girl, and they all drive Gravedigger
Whoa.
and Son of a Digger. Like, it's awesome. It's insane. But like, everyone kept coming to get photos and like doing that. I'm sorry, can we get a photo? And we just standing next to this poor guy, and we got in the elevator, and he got off, and another guy in the elevator was like, "This is the best day of all time." So like,
That's so
Ben's
cool.
mind locked up later when I was like, he said something about like somebody else passed us, and he knew that he was important for. And I was like, well, do you understand? You rode the elevator with that man's daddy, and like he was and Ben was like, what? And I was
That's
like,
so
yeah.
sick. Because I always
call this
knew,
shit out.
like, obviously, when you're growing up as a kid, you hear about monster truck. There was
Yeah,
always like
yeah,
a monster
yeah.
truck rally back
Sunday,
home.
Sunday, Sunday.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
in, I think it was like Westlaco or someplace that was
Yeah.
like 20, 30 minutes away from where I grew up. But you would always hear about Gravedigger, and you always, to me, I always thought, oh, wherever they
Dennis
go on
Anderson,
tour,
thank you.
there's
Thank you.
always somebody else
I thought that
as
too.
the
No.
Gravedigger. Like, it's
Yeah.
like, it's this like,
So I think that's the jump take away from this, to leave the Ben stuff on the side of it, is I'm so excited to chase my son's passions. I'm so excited to have the level of internet D-list celebrity to be able to get him access that isn't attainable by everybody, right? And share that thing and have these passions flourish and yada, yada, yada. All of that aside, it was so cool for me to go to something that is a
brand new experience.
you move
for
the rock and it's like there's a society here. You know what I mean? And the
Yeah.
way like people don't get wrestling the way we talk about professional wrestling. Like I texted Tim, one of the only things I texted from the weekend, I'm like, night 2 for them, night 1 for us on Friday. We were sitting there and there were 3 20-somethings, early 20s, you know, right, that thing, people next to us, and they were marking out at the races and the stunts. We're like, oh my God, I can't believe it. And I texted him, I'm like, Tim, I'm at Monster Jam, and people are here popping the way we pop for wrestling.
So cool.
And
That's
it was like,
awesome.
and it was like, and then you go and you meet all these people in the Anderson family that has been there and done this forever. And like these people, we were simultaneously reading this monster truck book we had gotten from the library. And so it's like, I'm reading about these people and then meeting them and seeing like the humble beginnings that all started from to where it is now, of being at Rice-Eccles Stadium at the University of Utah, and fireworks and this and explosions and sweets and people. And it was like,
My
and then
mind-
like the merchandising machine of this fucking place.
my mind immediately goes to, man, I bet you the people that are super pumped on that are super into Monster Truck YouTube and TikTok and like
Yeah.
that's their algorithms. Like wow,
And
there's
that's
a
the
whole
thing where, of
universe
course,
out
now
there.
I've tipped into that, right? By
Okay.
hashtagging and doing it on the Instagram reel Kevin did. Like one of the announcers just organically found that and was in the comments like, "Thanks for coming out." Blah, blah, blah. I was
That's
like,
awesome.
damn, that's fucking cool. That it's like this level of it. But then I also just wasn't expecting. I guess I was expecting. There's been enough times it's come through the Bay Area, and there's Hot Wheels and there's Monster Jam. They're different companies, obviously, but they both come through and do these.
What does Hot Wheels look like?
Hot Wheels has its own monster truck thing. The toys
Interesting.
are next to each other in the
But it's a different
store.
brand?
Yeah, different brand. Bigfoot's over there now, so that's what we're at.
Oh,
We got,
defected.
AEW
we got a Hogan. We got a
situation.
Hogan thing here. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Whoa.
exactly. But anyways, when they've come through, it's always been like, oh, we should go do that. Ben likes monster trucks, and it's always, well, is it going to be too loud? Is he too young? Blah,
Was
blah.
it too loud?
Well, again, we were in an open air stadium, which I think helps out quite a bit. You know, when it's at Chase Center,
It's bouncing around.
that's
all
where
over
it's
the place.
got nowhere to go. So yeah, this is my sideways one. You can see this is, you know, an open college football stadium. There's a better shot, right? So it got to go up. It was incredibly loud. If you let this play a second, Kevin, and you can, this is the stories. Eventually you're going to, in one of these, you'll see me and Jen with earmuffs on. Like we bought, of course, at Monster Jam. Like, as I think you all know, I'm cheap as shit. I hate spending money, let alone on my, not on me. You know what I mean? I just hate spending money, period. Well, I hate spending money on me, but I hate spending. But like when it comes to Ben, right? Whatever. So we got there, got on the merch line, right? Well, first thing we went and bought a new toy, of course. He got a big old Batman monster truck. He loved it. Of
course.
We got inside and bought stuff, and it was, you know, all right, he wanted the Sparkle Smash plushie that he sleeps with every night now. He wanted a new Gravedigger hat. We knew we had earmuffs, but I didn't trust them. And so they had these yellow and black earmuffs that are the truck tires or whatever. And so we bought those for Ben and put it on him. Literally the first race started, and I turned to Jen, I'm like, how are your ears? And she's like, it's loud. I'm like, I'm gonna go get us the monster. So we now have a matching set of family earmuffs here or whatever. Which when we got home, Jen was immediately like, should we give these to the school? I'm like, babe, I love you. This was not our last monster truck show. Like, this is gonna be the
Strap in,
the
Jen.
next few years. I have a feeling we will be back at Monster Jam in some way, shape, or form. But so I expected the family atmosphere. I didn't expect the sports atmosphere of it, the people like freaking out for it as a sporting event. I didn't expect everyone to be a family, but not be a family like you're at Disney World or an attraction you don't care about. Everyone was there and so into it because they're kids, I assume, you know, the same way I'm into it or whatever.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, no, but I mean, it's been
Attractions you don't care about? Get the fuck out of here, Greg. Disney's not
what
supremacy.
the hell? That's
Well,
amazing.
stick with me because I think it's more like, you know, you take your kid to Disneyland or whatever, and it's for them for sure, and it might just be that they're into Cars Land. Whereas this, everybody's into everything. I was like, oh, well, clearly you're going to have your favorite monster truck. Would people care about the other monster trucks? They cared about every monster truck that was going out there, right? Something was happening every time. But it was such a welcoming family fandom across the board. And then there were, like I said, these 320-somethings weren't there with their parents. They were just there to enjoy Monster Jam, and they fucking had a great time watching it. Yeah, and so then it was great. Yeah, if you want to throw up the stunt there, Kevin, that I had, the robot stunt. This is how they open night 2. And again, I think often on these shows we talk about WWE.
2-night event?
I think it was
Pulling
3.
WrestleMania.
I think, yeah. Where there's this giant robot here made out of foam core or whatever that they had this truck come in and just destroy, right?
Doesn't that destroy the truck though?
No, they're built for this,
Corey
man.
Cudney in the chest. By God, I killed him.
But if you, Kevin, if you want to start it to the beginning again and let it play, not that you did anything wrong. When the day before, when we were getting our first tour from our second shout out, Vinny. All right, Vinny works on Monster Jam, and Vinny was attached at our hip, making sure we had this VIP experience, getting us to the front of the Gravedigger line, taking us to the press box when a thunderstorm rolled in.
Works
doing
on the
all
show, like works with events, or
Yeah, he is Monster Jam.
Okay.
He's Monster Jam. It's like his whole thing. And so like all weekend long, Ben's like, "Where's Vinny? Can Vinny, like, we're at the hotel. Where's Vinny? Is Vinny coming over?" I'm like, "Vinny can't come over today." Where, you know what I mean? The next day he was super excited to see him. Anyways, though, that is, of course, the marketing genius of all this, a toy from Spin Master that they invented and then Monster Jam built for this thing. So like you can't see it well in that shot, but like the slammer that you would use to launch it at home, they had big inflatable slammers.
awesome.
So like it looked just like the toy. You could then go get it. Yeah, there you see it in the wide thing. So if you at home wanted to go get it
that's
and go
genius.
smash your because that's the thing about it. You say, oh wow, you bought a monster truck toy. That's awesome. No. You did, sure, but there's launchers and there's tricks and there's stunts and there's this and there's that. They got, the blind boxes. They got mini monsters. They got the mud covered monsters you take home and you put underwater. They got 164. They got 132. Like there's like all these different scales. Something they got the ones you control with the remote control. What do you got?
Are the cranes all around there to pull the cars back up after they're on the
Show me
side?
again and I'll let you know. Because what it is that they have oh shit, I don't think I ever put it up. Where do you see? Oh, I guess it's
Where are
in
the
the wide
cranes?
shot. Yeah, go back and then come forward.
I'm trying to see what those are. I'm just curious how they get there.
Yeah. Okay. So pause right here, and I will see if I can find it and send it to assets. So JCB, as you see their logo there, is like this. I assume like cat alternate brand of heavy equipment like that with tractors and the pulleys and all this different stuff. Nick, before this stunt.
Mm-hmm.
All these tractors, all these backhoes, all these excavators come out. And they're like, well, JCB or whatever. And they all start driving around and they're all doing like little synchronized like bucket waves and stuff.
Amazing.
And I was like, oh, this is a cool way to start the show. And then it went on an additional 10 minutes for like legitimately astonishing synchronized swimming, for lack of a better term, routines where these things are coming out and they're doing shit that's not OSHA legal, where they're like planting their things and then pulling themselves
No
up
way.
and they're up on the
Shit.
sides and they're waving their arms and coming back down and spinning back. It's like, this was insane. They had like fireworks on the ends so they'd come up and pop, 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 and like shoot all the shit off. It was ridiculous.
We
What the
need
fuck? It's
crane
pretty
wars
sick.
in the way that we have like the robot. What are the little robot when people make the little robots and they fight?
Battle
Yeah,
bots.
battle bots. We need crane wars like that.
Hell yeah.
Is this some of the synchronized stuff, or is this just the here? Well, no, yeah, this is the stunt from a better angle. Oh, there's the toy. Yeah, see what I mean? I'm
That's
trying to
so
see if
cool.
I can find.
It's like Omega Supreme.
Yeah, okay, Kevin, I'm sending this to assets. J.
The homie Dylan Cyberbones on Twitter tweeted out like, "Damn, I didn't know that Greg was in
SLC.
SLC. He mentioned SLC, and I was like, wow. Obviously I know Salt Lake City is in Utah, but those are two completely different places to me.
SLC?
Yeah, when I think of SLC, I think of like Portland or Seattle or something like that, and Utah is just like the shots that you were posting before Monster Jam looked like straight up Death Stranding type shot. Like the environment was crazy looking.
Oh yeah, I want to talk about Salt Flats.
Yeah.
Kevin, I sent to assets this video. I don't know if it's the most impressive part because this is when I noticed it's still going on. You're like, oh, this is fun, whatever. And I get distracted by Ben or whatever. And I come back and I'm like, oh, it's still going. And they're just doing ridiculous fucking shit. Kevin's queuing it up right now. Like, that's not legal. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah, the cranes.
they've got these excavators up by their buckets or whatever. And
That's how
like,
they store 'em.
that's how they store them. They're going through and and like, this isn't even the most impressive part. This is just what I
This is
got.
like the ground version of the Blue Angels.
Yeah, exactly. They're doing these passing things that
That's
come off.
awesome.
I don't know if I have fireworks.
I
in this
love
one.
it. Well, I mean, what a creative and fun and silly.
But it
thing
was
to
like
do.
JCB is getting there. You know what I mean? They are a sponsor, and they are making themselves known that there's. But again, this is as people are filtering in, right? You're getting ready to see this giant monster truck smash through a fucking robot or whatever. It's like, yeah, okay, why not or whatever. So it was good. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was awesome. And then, but again, the fandom of it was so cool. Watching Ben through it was so cool. Like I can't wait for Ben to come to the office again because it's been a while. Like me and Jen were talking about this. Like, it really hasn't been through.
Been a
And like,
while.
since I can say, it's that idea that like obviously I'm with him every day. So the fact that I see the differences in him are going to be ridiculous to see you. Like we've hit this thing now where Ben goes, he'll just in the middle of the day or wherever we're in the house, just be like, I gotta pee, I gotta poop, and he takes himself to the bathroom. He climbs onto the potty.
Gotta take a
He
shit,
goes
Dad.
to the bathroom. He gets down. He doesn't want. After you come in, he'll say, "I want my privacy." He gets down. He washes his hands, and then he comes back. Like yesterday, I got to clean the barbecue while Jen did laundry because he was just entertaining himself. Like he's a fucking person now in a way that's outrageous. And so it was cool to see all of that come online, like him clapping and cheering for like shit was happening. Like he wasn't doing it because I was doing it. He wasn't doing it because the audience was doing it. He's doing it because he's so dialed in.
he's engaged.
We got to have that amazing moment I think we all have at some point in our lives as a child where got there, you know what I mean? We landed, got the car, drove in, got the hotel, went to the hotel pool, swam forever, came back upstairs, ordered pizza, ate pizza in the bed, watched
That's
watched
the
a
stuff.
movie, watched the Paw Patrol movie.
That's
This kid,
the
and it's like
fucking stuff.
I remember so distinctly the first time I ever got to go on a plane to Florida, and we did this. We did either the beach or the pool. Then did hotel pizza and watched Speed on TV, like pay-per-view, which
Dude,
was
a hotel pizza.
Dude,
like,
oh,
is
dude,
the
Mom?
best.
Mom authorizing the pay-per-view purchase
Yeah,
was like fucking it.
yeah.
Because we'd always like, my brother and I would have to strategize. My dad doesn't give a shit. But we were like, how do we get Mom authorized like us with a pay-per-view? You know, 'cause back then they were like, what? 20, 40 bucks, something
outrageous.
And it just turns out that if we were annoying enough
Yeah, of
during the
course.
day, she would just want us to shut the fuck up. And so she would do it.
Used to do this like improv competition in elementary school called Odyssey of the Mind. It was like the creative kids you would like
Those kids
audition for it, and then you would make a little team. Huh?
Those kids get bullied a little bit.
No.
Odyssey of the Mind kids.
No, it was like I don't know, it wasn't like as big as I remember it, but like I was a part of it, and we would go when you would audition, they'd be like, tell me why this cup is the cool, and you would like have to creatively sell whatever the hell. And then we would do these competitions, and you had like a pre-prepped scripted thing that you would do, but then you would also be like given improv stuff, you know, and I'll never forget the hotel
popping off for Odyssey of the Mind in live chats right now.
Yeah.
OM, dude. Yeah. So then when we were there, we stayed at the hotel we stayed at. You and all your friends. It was cool being with like, me and my homies like in this hotel. Like they got the chaperones over there. And then our hotel had a Super Nintendo, and we watched The Fly. And I would just,
God.
and it was really weird to watch The Fly for
Yeah.
sure, but also the Flintstones movie
Hell yeah.
with John Goodman. But yeah, the Pizza Hotel, nothing hits quite like it, dude. Pizza in bed.
Best.
That
Well,
rocks,
it hit
dude.
so hard that the next day we were walking home, and I don't even think he was hungry, and we passed Pie Hole. If you want to throw up the Pie Hole image I have there, my Pie Hole JPEG. We passed Pie Hole, a fine pizza establishment in in Salt Lake City, and Ben was like, we made a joke about it. He's like, we kept saying, "Shut your pie hole." So we had this 3.5-year-old on the streets of U-Haul going, "Shut your pie hole." But we swung in there and got pizza slices and brought him home and had pizza in bed again. You know what I mean? It was like, it's vacation. Come on, you know what I mean? Let's
That
live
rules.
a little. Yeah.
I want you to know, Greg, that
Yeah.
whenever you here's Odyssey 9. Wow, that's still going. I didn't know that. Whenever you send photos of Ben, and I'm just
Nick's just looking at me, just giving you so much shit. With this Odyssey. I'm not even saying anything, but I just feel the look.
okay, ponytail band leader. Get the fuck out of here. Casting
man.
stones in your glass house.
That's- yeah.
The whenever you send me a little or send videos of Ben in the Slack and random or
Yeah, yeah.
whatever you post stuff, I become such an 80-year-old Mexican grandma. Because I'm to myself, I look at these photos, just, ay, chiquito lindo. Like, I'm just looking at it. He's so cute. Like,
He
it
still
just
calls you T.O. Andy.
God, I
So you got
love
that
it.
going for you.
makes me happy.
He's all about you. Don't worry about it. While we're here giving shout outs to the uncles, obviously Joey, great aunt.
Yeah.
But uncles, we do have to give a special shout out, as always, to Nick Scarpino. Still carrying the water as Santa.
Mm-hmm.
And now again at 3.5, coming up on 4 this October. You're running out of time to get gifts, everybody. Ben we've had a couple weeks here of like stormy times. You know what I mean? This morning he woke up. He ended up sleeping in our bed. We woke up. I changed his undies. He was like, I want milk. I'm like, all right, cool. I go and make you milk. I come back. He's pouting. I'm like, what's wrong? Goes into his room, shuts the door. And I go, can I come in? And he goes, no. I'm like, all right. Because we believe in private time and, you feeling your feelings or whatever. I came back later. I was like, can I come in now? No. Okay. Eventually, I came in to ask him what he wanted for breakfast. I opened the door. He's just sitting on the floor paging through one of his picture books, like all by himself. But so like we're having like, he's pushing boundaries. This trip was amazing, but then also crazy because it was like, he's usually, I'm trying to get him into bed.
Out of his routine.
Yeah, 7:30.
But
Right?
tell me more about him looking at the picture book. Like,
Just what he was doing. Just what he went in the room to shut the door, and that's what he did.
What do you mean? Is it a photo album?
No.
Or-
I'm sorry. Like
Coloring book?
it's just a kid's book. It's just a
okay,
kid's
Oh,
book.
I thought he was like reminiscent on the old times.
No. Picture book just being a book,
Got
community
it,
pictures,
okay.
whatever.
That's changed in 3 years.
So like this trip was great, and I'll go into some of the like touristy stuff we did in Salt Lake City in a second for this continuing vacation slideshow. I'm forcing you all to sit through. But then it was this idea of like, okay, he's pushing boundaries. We gotta, he's off schedule, so he's not getting enough sleep, so he's really cranky in the morning. Blah 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 blah. not related to Monster Jam, but related to him being in these stormy times. Nick gets a text from me Wednesday, 6:58 p.m. Shirt right now. He responds 2 minutes later with a question mark. I respond, lol. I was threatening Ben with a text to Santa. The last bit got through. Because again, when Ben isn't doing and he's like not listening, he's no longer listening to mom, he's being mean. Whatever I'm trying to get him to do, I'm like, you're not listening, you need to do what you got to do. Oh, you're freaking out. I'm like, I'm going to count to 3. And if I get to 3, then it's this is just such a 2025 thing. I lift the phone and I go, hey Siri, text, and as soon as I say no, he runs over usually. But if he's really in a mood, the text Santa will not work. So yeah, he caught me there of like I was threatening because he wouldn't take his goddamn shirt off to get in the bath. So yeah, I had to say I didn't realize the last bit got through. And then yeah, Friday 6:25. Santa, Ben isn't listening and won't take off his clothes to get in the bathtub. I'm sorry to report again. Then it's me. I'm sorry, I don't want to do it because I'm still narrating to Ben as I do it. And then Santa responds, ho, ho, ho. Ben, listen to your parents. Bath time is important.
Important.
You're all over
I
it,
was
man.
gonna text cleanliness is next to godliness, but I didn't want to bring that. I didn't want to bring religion
Bring that
into
in.
it.
Sure.
I just, you know.
And that's a fun thing to jump off of right there. Religion.
Oh yeah. Speaking of SLC,
I don't know anything about Salt Lake City other than the Mormon stuff, right? Like we all know it's a Mormon city or whatever. Cool. There's the Secret Lives of Salt. We watched 2 episodes. Jen watched probably more than I watched 1.5 while I was playing a video game next or whatever. I was like, these people are just in a giant orgy. You got my attention. But I know that's not really Salt Lake, and that's not really Mormons. I know Mr. Hawks was very quickly to poo-poo that when we brought that up last time. I wasn't sure what to expect here. Is it going to be super religion-y? Is it going to be this? Is it going to be that? I was shocked, and I know that this is a very small sample, right? I was shocked that it was just a college town. It was like so reminiscent of Columbia. Like again, there was Utah, the University of Utah, which is where Monster Jam was in their stadium. Then we were staying downtown, which was closer to Utah State, I believe, but I could be, or one of their campuses or whatever. And so then it was bars and the pizza place that was just like the Columbia College pizza places and yada yada yada. But I was also shocked, like Beauty's Bagels we went to, just fucking incredible bagels, so good. But I noticed really quick, and this could just be us, coming there, but a lot of these establishments we were going to were all very loud LGBTQ plus, like the flags in the windows, this, that, the other. The staff's amazing. I'm like, oh, it's incredible. So final night there, when we were having our final dinner, we were in another restaurant like this, and the waitress, I tried to fix the table. I couldn't fix the table.
Yeah.
It was doing the Rocky Rocks, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it wasn't like put under the chair leg.
When
I thought
are
I
they
could
gonna figure that out
couldn't
with
do
tables?
it. I hate it. But when we had a nice establishment here, or an established connection with his waitress or whatever, and so she came over to drop food, and I was like, hey, by the way, I'm like, I'll start with this. We're from San Francisco, so this is a good thing to us, but we were ignorant. Like I didn't expect there to be LGBTQ plus representation like this. Everywhere we go, there's flags and there's people and there's this and there's that. Like, this is awesome. And she was like, well, yeah, but it's because Utah just banned the pride flag in government buildings and schools. So everyone's kind of like, no, fuck you. We're putting them. I'm like, okay, that's cool. That was cool. But yeah, it was a very interesting, like I thought this was going to be a different way than it was. And I'm not saying the surrounding areas aren't. I'm not saying other sections of Salt Lake City aren't as well. I don't know.
You probably found the Austin, Texas of
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Mr. Hawks in the live chat was saying that SLC is not necessarily like Mormon driven.
Yeah.
I think it was I don't know. Oath 22741 says it'd be different if you came to Provo.
Yeah, exactly. Right. I mean,
Or it's
that's
a
what
little
I'm
bit more,
figuring too.
a
I'm
little bit more
figuring too.
prevalent there.
But
yeah.
again, ignorantly, somebody not from or not knowing nothing about Utah / Salt Lake City, it was an interesting thing.
I think I've only spent like all told 2 or 3 days in Salt Lake City. I think we went for like a thing a long time ago at IGN, and I just remember thinking it was weird that you had to pay an extra membership fee to go into bars to drink, but then they let us drink, and I was like, I don't give a fuck.
What does that mean?
They had. I don't know if it's still the case.
Like an extra cover charge? Or something?
No, that you have to be like a member of, in certain areas, I guess you have to be a member of the establishment to be able to drink legally there. You can't just walk into a bar and order booze. You have to it's basically a cover charge, I guess. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong about this. Maybe it's changed since, but
That's
I
like
just
when you
remember
need to
thinking,
create an account on a multiplayer game. You're like,
I'm not sure I wanna
I
do
don't
this.
want to
Yeah.
make a
Stop
Bandai
making me
Namco.
do
but you
this.
have to go through Steam to their login.
Yeah.
and they
Damn
and they ask you to go to the
Do I
website
need a
also to
Bandy
verify.
account?
It used to be a private club thing, not anymore. Okay, that's awesome. Okay, well, good to hear.
Well, I'll let you know, of course. It's good news that it's a progressive town and that dancing isn't illegal. Because I would like to share with you all here, because this is a lot of stuff. This is 8:38 p.m. on our final night there. This is Ben. He just danced for like 30 minutes. Just
He is your son. That is, I have seen that exact motion. Oh my god! Oh, you need to send this to Gia right now. It's gonna fucking.
I need
kill
to
her,
clip it
dude.
because it's like a 3-minute long video.
I've seen that exact
Look, and then he's
motion.
doing
Oh
this
my
thing where he's
God.
pointing at his eyes. And
Oh my god, this is so
Let me see.
disturbing.
It's
and
so
now he's waving the flag. Literally, like, it was, again, like, we're into a new realm of parenting where it was like he was done eating his mac and cheese and our main hadn't even come yet. And we're like, all right, well, I guess entertain yourself. He got up and danced for like 20
That's
minutes.
awesome.
Just
You gotta
straight.
let it out, Dad.
Yeah, I know, right?
you know what's funny, Tim? I can hear, and he's not doing it in this chat, but Greg does the thing when he's dancing and he feels like he's a little embarrassed by it, but also enjoying the embarrassment, where he makes that sound. He
Yes.
goes, "Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
that's so
hey." And Ben's not
That's
doing
true.
it yet, but
but it's coming.
I tell you what, if you guys didn't get a chance to see the Greg's home videos that we put up a while back,
Yeah.
that he is your son.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
he is only maybe, I mean, granted, I think he's going to be a little bit more well adjusted than you were back then because you were kind of unhinged. But he does have those crazy mannerisms that you had back then.
Yeah, no.
You give him a camera right around 8 or 9
yeah.
and tell him to go interview Aunt Lucy.
Yeah.
You're gonna come back with gold.
Yeah, for sure. Real quick shout outs to Salt Lake City. I have some photos up there. Jen, of course, loves the monster trucks, but demanded that we do something outside in the mornings before we went there and ate more fair food and did whatever. So we went to the Salt Flats, if you can toss that one up, Kev. Outrageous. It was 90 minutes away, which I'm fine with, whatever. But we were worried about Ben, who was off schedule into this. Eventually slept at the very last second, but he was fine.
Did a
But-
rent a car?
Yeah, we did. But like it was,
Damn,
like, it was
that's
like
so
walking
cool.
on the fucking moon. It was crazy. Like if we get the volume here, because it's just
Bonneville?
crunching.
Is that what these are? These are
Yeah,
different
the Salt Flats.
Bonneville,
Yeah. We went to a couple different museums down there, an aircraft one. Drove over to where they test the crazy land speed records or whatever. But really beautiful, really eerie, really different or whatever. Which
I've only been to Salt Lake City once, and it was just a layover from here to New York, and I ended up being there. It was an IGN trip, and I was there for like 5 hours just at the airport, so I didn't have enough time to leave and do stuff.
Sure.
But even just in the airport, you're just surrounded by that, and then just beautiful mountains with like snow tops.
That
And
sounds
It was like it
awesome.
looked like freaking the Crystal Geyser, like wrap. You know what I'm talking about?
Label.
Yeah.
So sick.
Yeah.
We went to Hoggle Zoo. If you want to throw this one up, the big one was that Ben got to feed giraffes. Very
Oh,
Last of Us
Jurassic Park's my
adjacent.
favorite thing.
Right there. That was a big one. That was really
Yes,
cool.
They got big purple tongues.
They had a train,
Yeah.
black, big train around here. Is it
Look at
black?
that thing. Yeah, whatever.
Salute Your Shorts always taught me it was black.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty
I'm
black
not
there.
wrong. I just remember them being purple in my mind's eye,
Sure.
but I could be wrong.
Drove around. They had a train there. We went around on, which was nice. But yeah, it was a lovely time. Thank you to all the folks who wrote in with suggestions. We tried to take them all up and hit them all up there and have a good time.
Did
there.
he like the giraffes?
He did. Yeah. I mean, he's a zoo kid. I mean, every kid's a zoo kid.
Sure.
We almost had a meltdown at the end, of course, because they had a splash pad, but we didn't bring extra clothes. So it was this whole thing of like, again, wearing your parents down of like, you're not, Ben, we have to go. You're going to sit in this. We got to go back. We got to get ready for Monster Jam. All right, fine. You can go into the water splash pad.
What was the splash pad?
You know, like when they have like just something you walk through and it's like shooting water up and kids can play in and stuff like that. Like, all right, you can go in, no shoes inside. All right, we'll do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
It's your. You want to be wet? You're gonna be wet. Go be wet.
Yep.
Whatever.
You're gonna be very uncomfortable in about 30 minutes from now on the car ride home. But
He was
don't worry
thrilled
about
though.
it.
He had a
I'll
great
tell you what,
time
I take back any sort of doubts that I had for the aquarium in Golden
Monterey?
Gate Park.
Oh,
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Like, you know, I was doubting it. I was like, yeah, not enough people are talking about it. You know, everybody talks about Monterey as if it's, you know, and Monterey is awesome. The aquarium there is great. But after going there for the first time like a month ago, I was like, this place is cool.
why did you go
I was just walking.
by yourself?
Yeah, I'd never been in Golden Gate Park.
That is absolutely insane, Andy.
Sorry, what?
What? You've been here 7 years? 10
Wait,
years?
you went because of us though. We seen the dinosaur pictures.
Yeah, well, you would send the dinosaur pictures. I didn't Golden Gate Park. I never knew what it looked like, you know. And being in there, I was like, wow, this place. I recommend this place.
Yeah.
Really
For the
cool.
record, Andy drives through Golden Gate Park twice a day.
But like, but
Yeah,
in my-
legitimately. Yeah.
just so we're all aware,
But if
this
you-
isn't out of his way.
But if you look left or right on the route that I drive through,
Mm-hmm.
it it just you wouldn't know what's in. It was like, wow, there's a place here.
It's
And
a
from
big
the
park.
outside, it doesn't look that way.
It's gigantic, and
a
there's
big
there's
I was so
multiple
blown
lakes
away.
in it.
Oh
and
yeah,
a
yeah.
zoo.
I saw a bunch of it.
Bison.
I saw a lot of it. Yeah, I was like, wow, this place is really cool. I recommend this place.
So you went to Academy of Sciences.
Yeah.
Important question: did you meet Claude, the
No.
white alligator, the albino alligator?
Oh, you fucked
No.
up.
Big
No.
deal.
Fucked up.
San
I
Francisco
went to the
legend.
dinosaur thing. I went to the aquarium. I saw a lot of the aquarium.
When you first walk into the like aquarium section,
Yeah.
there's the alligator cage, and there's this like albino alligator that's like he's legit. And what's blowing my mind, I didn't realize this, but all my damn friends have kids now, so they're all like all the baby books. Claude, still biggest deal in the world.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, kids love gators. If there's one that has a special story, that's cool. But there's like a whole children's
That's
book
cool
series.
Oh, yeah.
They've turned this guy into like a icon.
You think he's getting a cut of that?
No, but he lives a good life.
He's living
dude.
good.
Yeah, this place is cool. I
There's a
recommend it.
Claude Cam now.
Claude Cam.
Kev, if we can get Claude
Can we
Cam, that'd be
please
real
bring
cool.
up Claude Cam. Do you remember I don't know if it's still up or not, but do you remember the Sea Otters cam, the live cam for the Sea Otters on Twitch?
Oh yeah,
Is that still
that was
up?
Monterey.
Is that still up and running? Did we
Yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
I like to watch him sleep. It's comforting to me.
It
You
just,
went- did you see the DeYoung?
the what?
The DeYoung?
The art
It's
museum?
the thing that looks like the
It's the thing on
Jawa
the
sand
opposite
crawler.
side. It's like the adult version of the Academy of Sciences.
I walked by it. I didn't have time for it though.
Yeah, I mean it's a museum of like
Yeah.
fine art.
It
so I
looked
don't-
awesome. I mean,
It's
the,
great.
yeah,
architecturally stunning.
the outside looked
inside.
great. Yeah, that place with all the flowers is really nice. It's
I was
just like,
turning 30
Rose
this
Garden, dude.
All Ben would want to know is, did you go in the Shake Shake House?
no, I didn't do the shake.
They do the thing where they simulate the 2 earthquakes of it, and you can go in there and get thrown around. Ben's nanny took him in there when he was about 9 months old. This kid, all he ever talked about for the longest, that's not right, but you know what I mean. She took him in there too early, and all he ever talks about is Shake Shake House. And so for years, I would hear about the Shake Shake House, but every time we'd go, he'd want to stand outside. He'd want to read the panels with me, but he would not go in.
Oh, yeah.
And then in May
Terrifying.
of this year, he finally took me in, and I did the old
Yes.
glasses.
That's cool.
It's
Oh,
just
yeah,
like
shake
from
house.
my perspective on the outside, it doesn't look like what it is when you're finally in there. Like walking in, I'm like, you know, like crossing over this like area. It's just like you're kind of going up dirt and grass, and it's just like, oh, this just feels like a trail, like a normal hiking trail.
I want to know. I really
Yeah,
want to know
where-
how
I'll
you
sh-
got
I'll
in
sh- I'll-
Because there's parking lots for this place. You can drive in.
I'll put it on. I'll put it on. the
parking
map.
garage right underneath it.
underneath the thing, and if you go all the way underneath the thing, there's underneath the DeYoung as well as a parking lot.
Because it was one of those things where, like when it was like a movie.
Like
Like
it comes up covered in dirt.
Actually, I
Parts
think
of
I
Return of the
know-
Jedi were shot there.
it felt like a movie where I'm like kind of like going up, and then when I crossed the thing, I was like, whoa, whoa! I had no idea this
Yeah,
was
there's a
here.
whole beautiful. They have that beautiful amphitheater out there as well, which is super cool.
Me and Jen make fun of it every time because if you remember in the hit J-Lo movie, The Wedding Planner, there was the whole thing where Matthew McConaughey is going to get married there, and no one's ever been married there before. It's like a big deal that they're doing it. Like, people get married there.
My
fucking
touchstone for
random
that
Thursdays.
is Whoopi Goldberg did a movie called Burglar,
Burglar.
and it was set in San Francisco. And the end of it where they're chasing the killer. Oh no,
Yeah.
it was it was Burglar. They're chasing the killer, and it starts there,
Nice.
and it's like foggy and shit. So I remember the first time I saw that, I was like, cool. Like you see the real world location from the movie that you loved as a kid. It was cool.
Golden Gate Park's awesome. Man.
Japanese tea garden, Andy, has to be your next stop.
Would he get something out of it?
That's on the list.
I think he'd love it.
I
Okay.
love visuals.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love visuals.
Well, in 8 years, I guess you'll stop by. Here's all the stuff that's going on over there.
You'd love the DeYoung. The DeYoung is like just walking around the museum itself. The architecture is fucking sweet. You hit the nail on the
You're
head.
also
It
close
looks
to
like a
Pasquale's.
sand collar.
Yeah.
It's really cool. And you can go up
You've
to
had
the
the rest?
observatory. You
Might
can
as well
take
try
the
us.
elevator up, and you can go up to the gift shop upstairs, which is the observatory, like 360. It's really cool.
Yeah.
That thing right
The
there.
Sandcrawler.
Oh yeah, I
Sick.
definitely saw that. Yeah.
That's so rad.
San Francisco's fucking awesome.
We have a pretty cool city, guys.
This
Wait, when the hell was
Ferris
that
wheel.
Ferris wheel there?
It was there for a couple years, but it came during the pandemic.
It was
like,
there forever in the pandemic.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, it wasn't. I was just in that quad.
Now it's
like,
down
maybe
at,
2 months
Fisherman's
ago. It
Wharf.
wasn't
They moved
yeah.
that same one to Fisherman's Wharf, which is
Oh,
crazy.
cool.
Yeah.
We should have a Ferris wheel here.
Yeah.
It's dumb that we don't.
Well, we have one now, and it's awesome. Me and G went on that with the dogs, and we took a bunch of pictures. I think it's on my Instagram. Back when it was here, and it was so sick.
I
Like,
remember you telling
being-
a story of them moving the Ferris wheel. Me being like, "Well, I didn't know."
Yeah,
I didn't even
And, I
know
mean,
that.
crazy. They moved a Ferris wheel, which I guess isn't that crazy, but for some reason, seeing that in general in Golden Gate Park, where I grew up going all the time, like if there was a field trip, we're going to Golden Gate Park.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden there's a goddamn Ferris wheel. I'm like, this is crazy. And then one day it's gone. It's
Yeah.
like, it's still here though. It's at Pier 39. I'm like,
Yeah, I
we were
remember
just
them putting
there
it
for the
there.
parade. We walked by it.
Yeah. Pontine in the chat says, y'all should do a kind of funny IRL stream to Golden Gate Park. Show Andy around some. Lol. Well, there was a Slack channel where there was going to be a competition of who could catch Greg Miller.
The great Greg
we like
Chase.
the idea.
I remember that. Yeah.
The great,
We had to
It
retire
was
that
like
Slack channel.
2019, right? Or maybe 2020 when
the
we were.
great Greg Chase is what it was called.
Yep.
I still think it's a dynamite idea that I start at one end of the park, you start at the other end of the park, and we see if you can catch
Gotta
me.
find him.
You're gonna leave clues there.
I just can imagine it's gonna be like the longest, most boring stream, except for that 15 minutes or 15 seconds where you see me and I can't run fast. Like, all right, we caught him. All right, well, it's done. Suck.
love that.
It's no good.
Andy, you'll appreciate this. I've said the story before, but now you understand in Golden Gate Park. You say you're going on a random ass trail. Back when I was like 16, me and my friend Vincent were just like, we have a day to spend. What are we doing? Let's just walk around. And we were at the sunset side of the park, and we had to get back to my house on the Richmond side. And we're like, fuck it. We're not using any pads. We're starting here, and we're just going straight. Whatever challenge is in our way, we're just fucking going. And we climbed these hills. We were going through bushes. Worst call of our lives.
Yeah, it's not-
we should not have done this, but we did it. And it took us a while. It like shouldn't have took that long to walk through. You can walk one side of the park to the other in like, I don't know, 30 minutes, something like that.
Yeah.
You think
20
so?
minutes.
From one side of the park to the other?
It's not that many
Vertically,
blocks.
If you go,
not
if you go,
horizontally.
Yeah. Through.
because it's long. It's very, very long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can probably get there. Yeah.
But yeah, it took us much longer because like we were stuck in these like thorn bushes and
Yeah.
shit. It's like, oh, why'd we do this?
I had a lot of good times playing Pokemon Go with Jen in that park.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It is a
I think it's cool.
Hot
Just to
spots.
circle back around, I think it's cool that you did that for Ben, by the way.
Oh, thank
the
you.
whole weekend.
Thank
And
you,
I,
Monster Jam.
I love the magic of like springing on him, like getting into the car
Yeah,
and
yeah,
driving
yeah,
him
yeah.
someplace that he doesn't know where to go, and then all of a sudden he sort of feels a little held hostage because we've tried that before. Me and Mike have tried to
I
take
knew
Andy
this was going somewhere.
to places. We've tried to just put him in the car under the guise that we're going to like a Target or a
Yeah.
Best Buy, and then we try to make him have fun. And it turns out when you're an adult with an Uber app, and you just can't let him out of the car.
You just
Yeah.
try to get out.
Yeah. You just have to keep driving. Even if it's a stop sign, you got to roll through.
Gotta
it a
go,
little
gotta
bit
keep
'cause he can
moving.
roll
Yeah,
out
yeah,
of it. Yeah. So it's cool that you're doing this now before Ben realizes that he has options.
Yeah. I understand. It sucks Andy does that to you. You know what I mean?
It's a really big bummer because all we want to do is be his friend. We just want to get him. Like, to be fair though, Mike would put him in the car and drive him to Tahoe, and then it's like, yeah, you're stuck there for a weekend.
Yeah.
I'm picking
bad.
you up.
worst
Sabi. You're
places
getting
to be
fine.
stuck for a weekend though.
I'm shocked you didn't go up to Tahoe for the golf tournament.
I always want to go every
You guys
year.
got to make you guys got to do that. You got to.
But this year, the Lebetard crew didn't go.
They didn't
Only
go?
Stugatz did, yeah.
Oh.
They go every year. Like all the sports people go every year.
How do we
and
get a?
set
How
up
do we
their own
get
little booths
a
and
hole?
podcast?
How do we get set up on a hole on that?
Ah.
He meant through it. Yeah, vertically through it.
Yeah, but you said through, and I didn't understand. Yes, I thought long ways, one into the other.
No, that would take a little long.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sunset to Richmond.
Everybody, this has been the Kind of Funny podcast. Each and every week, 4, sometimes 5 best friends gather on this table.
sorry.
Each coming to hang out
You went
with
for
you
me.
and talk to you. If you like that, watch live. Twitch.tv/kindoffunnygames. YouTube.com/kindoffunnygames. Podcast services around the globe. If you love what we do, pick up that Kind of Funny membership. Of course, you get on patreon.com/kindoffunny, youtube.com/kindoffunnygames, Apple and Spotify. You give us $10, we'd give you 80 episodes of content ad-free each and every month, and a daily dose of me, Greg Miller, in a 15 to 20-minute podcast we call Greg Way. What else we got here?
Look at that, hour and 14 to walk.
Thank you.
The
Thank
full
you.
length of the park.
I appreciate it. No, I understand more. I appreciate that. Of course, this has been another amazing episode. There will be more content, like today's Dune Awakening stream. Go watch the screencast /in review I have up about Tiny Chef. Go watch Superman. All of you did according to the box office. Thank you. Go watch Superman in
Fuck
review.
yes. Are you happy about this?
Very happy about it. Very.
All weekend, just
Happy
checking
about it.
in on it, seeing it. The highest grossing weekend for a
I was
Superman
having.
movie
It was
ever.
a good time to be Greg Miller this weekend. I'll tell you
I
what.
bet, buddy.
I told Jen yesterday. I was like, I feel really happy with life, and I thought it was just because of our family, but I forgot Superman was probably a big part
it's
of it. That's
mostly
why I went.
Superman. 90% Superman. 10%.
We'll see how I feel this week when we review Superman Returns. For now, we're going to bid you adieu. Until next time, it's been our pleasure to serve you.